everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all safe and well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Rosina. I create makeup, skincare, a bit of lifestyle content here on my channel, so if you're interested in that or like watching videos on that, then subscribe down below. But for today, I'm doing something I absolutely love doing. I love testing out new makeup for you guys, and if you saw my Cult Beauty haul the other day, you would have seen that I bought the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush foundation. I'm so excited, so I'm going to test this out with you guys today. We're going to see how it wears. It's currently 12 o'clock. I'll probably wear this till about 10, so I'll give it a 10-hour wear test, which is about the average of what I would wear it. I probably wear it anywhere between 10 and 12 hours. I don't really wear makeup for long periods of time anymore because it does affect my skin, but I really want to put this through the test. I've seen so many reviews on this, so many people raving about it, so I thought I would test it for you guys today. So if you want to see how this wears and what it's like on my skin, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I got the shade 5.5 Neutral. So I'm going to do the same prep as I would do for any makeup, so I give it a fair chance. So I'm going to start off by priming my skin with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see my skin and my texture a bit more, and then we can see how this applies. Okay, so just taking this is my usual routine, like always, mostly on my cheeks and my T-zone. This stuff just fills in all those pores, it's so nice. And then for my next prime, I go in with my Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer, and I mix that with my iconic London Illuminator. This is in the shade Shine. So I just do a pump of the primer on the back of my hand, and then I do a drop of my illuminator as well, both on the back of my hand, and I just mix it together and then apply it to my skin. And this just creates the perfect illuminating base. It's so gorgeous. It makes me look like a disco ball, but I love it, so I'm not too fussed. So we just have that glow. So it says that it is Charlotte Tilbury's #1 foundation. So it has the effect of the famous airbrush look, so it smooths, pore blurring and airbrush finish, and it also has some skincare benefits to it as well, which is amazing. So it contains the magic matrix of hydrating, anti-aging and anti-pollution ingredients. It says what makes this magic. It is the next generation high performance foundation with smoothing, pore blurring, airbrush effects, infused with skincare ingredients to hydrate, protect and perfect the look of your complexion for flawless, poreless looking skin. It's sweat proof, humidity proof, waterproof and transfer resistant. They are some bold claims. It says it will moisturise your skin for up to 24 hours. So we will see. It says skin moisture levels boosted by 216% in an hour in one of their tests that they did with people. Infused with as much Replixium as a Charlotte's Magic Serum to reduce the appearance of wrinkles by up to 22% after 8 weeks of use. This has some bold claims to it, so I'm so excited to try this out. So Airbrush Flawless Foundation is a setting foundation. It dries down and oxidizes while it sets. Always match to the set shade. I'm gonna see whether this matches. It says it was tested on 30 men and women, so it's tested on different people, different textures, different skin problems, because men's skin can be quite different to women's skin, just depends. So we're going to test this out. I'm so excited. So I'm going to shake it. It says a Tilbury tip: always prep your skin with Charlotte's Magic Cream to create the perfect hydrated, smooth looking canvas. I don't have the magic cream, I've just prepped my skin as I usually would, as I said. So we are going to try this out. Just shaking it up. I'm going to take... Okay, so this is a pump. I feel like it's going to be too orange for me, but we will see. It's quite liquidy, doesn't really have a scent, which is really good. I'm going to apply it how I apply every foundation, with my sponge. It doesn't say whether it's good with a sponge or not, but so I'm just going to do it You can see that I've got some redness here. That was the smallest amount of foundation. And just look at that coverage. That's insane. This is so pretty, look at that. I'm just gonna do half my face. So I'm gonna do my forehead now. And then we can compare how the two look. The colour match isn't too bad. We're gonna see what it looks like when it oxidizes, because it says it sets down. I don't put anything under my eyes just to stop a collection of products under my eyes. I only put concealer there. Okay, so now this is what my skin looks like without any makeup on, just with the primer. And this is what my skin looks like with the foundation on. It is so flawless, so blurred, like, that is crazy. You also can't see the texture of my skin really. I do have some like bumps underneath this, but it's really not coming through. I do think the shade is a little bit orange for me, so that's a bit annoying, but it is gorgeous. And it dries down to a kind of matte consistency, but with the illuminator underneath you still get that glow through it, so it's not completely matte, which I really like. I'm going to quickly do the other side and then we'll see how it all looks. Okay, so I literally used 2 pumps of foundation. I never do that. I usually go in with like 3 or 4 to get like the coverage that I want. But this is so nice. Like I said, the colour is a little bit off, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not too far off, which is fine. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see the texture of my skin and see how it is sitting on my skin at the minute. So this is just the foundation. There's no powder. There's no other products on my skin. This is what it's looking like. This has an amazing finish. It is so gorgeous. It's not settling into any of the lines on my face. Like usually I get loads of lines across my forehead. That's not happening. It's just blended in so nicely into my skin. It's given a lovely glow, but it's blurred everything. So it's super, super gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think so far down below, whether you like this foundation. So far, I am loving it. I'm also doing baking, so we'll see whether it's sweat proof as well, because I will do a check-in throughout the day for you guys. This is gorgeous so far. So I'm going to quickly go off camera, just do my eyebrows, and I'll be back because as I was putting this on, I realised I think I'm going to end up doing a nearly full face of Charlotte Tilbury, like most of the products that I have. So I'm going to do that for you guys as well. But yeah, I'll be back in a second once I have my eyebrows on. Okay, so I've just done my eyebrows. They're looking a little bit crazy because they need doing. But this foundation is now, I think it's now oxidized. It's a little bit orange, but she did say that on the website. I just didn't look. So this is 5.5. I think it's an okay match. I might go for like a different shade next time, but I quite like it. So I'm now going to test out some other, like another Charlotte Tilbury product. I was actually going to do this in this video, but then it was sat here and I was like, I just want to try it. So everyone has been loving doing this. I've been loving my Chanel cream bronzer. It is like my favourite holy grail, but it's so expensive. I have seen loads of people loving the Charlotte Tilbury concealer to do cream contour. So I bought the Magic Away liquid concealer in the shade, I think it's called Tandoori, and it looks like this. It's got like a, I can't get the lid off, it's got like a pillow on the top. So I've got it in this colour, which I'm hoping is not going to be too dark. So you just twist the bottom until you get some product, I'm guessing. Okay, nothing's happening. Okay, it's getting a bit harder to push now. You have to twist it a lot until anything comes out, apparently. Oh, oh, nearly, nearly. Nearly. God, I feel like this might be a bit too orange, but we will try it. Okay, I've got some here, so I'm just going to do some dots on my face. I feel like the more I use this, the better it's going to be. I like quite a bit at the back of my cheek, but I don't like it too far down. I try to keep all my products here. And then I'm also going to go a little bit around my forehead and also a little bit around my lips. It's a little bit orange. I feel like I went for the wrong colour. It also smells really weird. I also think I pumped up way too much now. Look how messed up this is now. Oh, I'm really sad because it looked really pretty. But nothing was coming out. But it's all come out the bottom now, so we will see. I'm going to also take a bit down the side of my nose. We will see. It smells like face paint, kind of concerning. Okay, this is so messy. I'm pretty sure if I take this off again, yeah, it's covered. Okay, I'm going to have to sort that out. Oops. So I'm going to take my sponge, as I always do, to blend out my contour or like cream bronzer. I'm just going to blend it all. Kind of dries quite quickly. Very pretty though. It's so natural, look at that. Wow. I'm probably going to give myself an orange nose, but we will see. I'm just going to go over with my sponge that I blended out my concealer for my eyebrows and my foundation with, just to lessen that. That looks better. It's also not moving my foundation, it's just blending in so nicely. I still remember when I was younger, I think it was my dad asked me, why do you get products from different companies? Surely if you get products from the same company, they react better, they've been tested. But that's not always the case. Sometimes when you get products from the same place, they don't react very well. So that's why I mix and match. Which is a good question, because like, surely just like stick to one company like MAC, Charlotte Tilbury, Laura Mercier, because they all have all the products that you need to make a full face of makeup. Oh my word, that has blended out so nicely. I'm going to zoom you guys in again just so you can see my skin. I'm loving this. Someone tell me why I haven't done this sooner. I'm also going to take a little bit just down here, just the rest that's on my sponge. Amazing. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm going to quickly go off camera. I'm just going to do my liquid blush and my concealer, and I'll be back to do my powders. Okay, so I've done my liquid blush and my concealer. I used my NARS liquid blush in Orgasm and my XX Revolution concealer in the shade CX2. So now I always go in and set my bronzer with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in medium. Like I said in one of my other videos, I need to go for light, but I'm finishing off medium for the minute. So I'm just going to stamp this onto my skin. It kind of matches what's already on there, to be honest. And this just sets everything in place. I love doing this because it keeps the colour quite intense, because I find even with a translucent powder it can make it look a little bit ashy, which we don't want. I know I've already said this, but I feel like this is my new favourite foundation. I'm not even joking. Just gonna dust it on my nose. I don't really contour my nose anymore because it always just looks muddy, so kind of dust it on, and then if it goes a bit overboard, I just press it out with my sponge. Oh my word, I'm loving this so far. I'm just going to quickly go in with my Milani blush. I said this was going to be a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, but I don't have all of Charlotte Tilbury's stuff. I would love it, but I don't yet. So this is my favourite blush at the minute. It's so shimmery. And then I just stamp that on my cheek as well. I like quite an intense blush. I'm looking in this like it's got a mirror. It doesn't have a mirror. I'm a little bit shook because this looks so nice. So I'm now going to go in with my next Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the last one that I have for my face. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. This is the first Charlotte Tilbury product I ever bought, and I have loved it for years. And I'm going to use this to set my under eye. I'm going to take it on my sponge. So I just rub my sponge in here, and then I just press it under my eye. This is in the shade Fair 1. So again, I do the same on the other side. I just want to make sure I've got no creases. And then go in with my sponge. I just press that all into my skin. I also set my top lip and like the smile lines. And I'm just going to press out some of the creases on my forehead because I just have a forehead that just creases all the time, which is a little bit annoying. And I'm just going to use that to set the middle of my forehead in my T-zone. So I'm going to quickly go off camera. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup. I'll be back to give you my final review and get on with the rest of my day. So I've done the rest of my makeup. I've used the Naked Cherry palette on my eyes, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I don't think I've used this since I tested it out for you guys back in probably 2018, 2017, so I forget how much I love this. The last product that I have from Charlotte Tilbury, if I can sort out my hair, whoa, is a lipstick. So I have the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Kim KW, and it looks like this. It's slightly pinker, so I'm going to put this over my Treasure lipstick from Vive. I do like this, it's a really nice consistency. It was just a bit too pink for me, which is why I don't wear it on its own. But it does mix and make a really nice like nude colour on my lips. So I'm going to zoom you guys in once more. I have set my face with the iconic London Prep Set Glow. I've used quite a bit of this and I've only used it like 3 times, but it's amazing. This is what my skin is looking like. Flawless, poreless. I haven't gone in with any more powder. I've literally just set it with a setting spray. Let me know what you guys think so far down below. I'm loving the glow. I'm loving the poreless look. So I'm super impressed. And like my forehead doesn't look too liney. Wow. So I'm just gonna go about my day. I've got to film my baking video for this week. I love baking for you guys, so that is what I'm doing now. I always do that on a Sunday. It's like my favourite thing to do. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm also gonna have my lunch because I'm absolutely starving. But we're gonna see how this goes. I'll try and do some check-ins throughout the day. If not, I will see you about 10 o'clock tonight. So I will have worn this foundation for 10 hours and we'll see how it's looking then. But yeah, so far I absolutely love this. So we will see how it holds up for the rest of the day. Okay, so it is now, what's the time? 7 minutes to 10. I am doing this a little bit earlier than 10 o'clock just because I'm super tired. It's Sunday evening and I have a very busy day tomorrow at work. So I thought I'd do a check-in now. I really like this foundation. I absolutely love it, but I am super oily. Now I'm not too sure whether that is because I didn't set my foundation with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and just set it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush finish powder, or that it was because the foundation just reacts with my skin because I am quite oily. I'm not too sure because it did say it was sweat resistant, so I don't know. I have been sort of rushing around. I cleaned the whole flat. I say cleaned, I hoovered everything, I cleaned the bathroom and I've baked. So I've done quite a bit today, so I don't know whether that has caused an issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to the test again next Saturday, and I will check in with you again. I will set my face with my Laura Mercier, do the same routine and wear it for the day, and I will check in with you guys. I just don't think it's fair. I feel like I should have set it the same way as I set everything else, because I do find sometimes that airbrush finish powder doesn't quite set my foundation as I want and does cause a little bit more excess oil. So I'm going to test it again next weekend. It's annoying, I could test it in the week, but you know what? I'm going to try it again tomorrow. I have a meeting tomorrow, so it might be good for me to have some foundation on to make myself look a bit more presentable. So instead of waiting a whole week to get this video up, and I'm going to try this again tomorrow, and we will see how my skin reacts, what it does. Obviously I'm not rushing around, I'm only sitting and working. I'll probably do my cooking in the evening because I always make dinner. So I will test it out. I do like how it looks. It hasn't broken up under my eyes, which is why I think it is the oiliness and the fact that I didn't set it enough. But I'm going to quickly zoom you guys in so you can see properly what I can see. So see, it's just a little bit oily around here. It's really settled into my smile lines. Just excuse my lipstick, I've been eating so it's kind of come off. And it's oily here, but like here is not oily, this is just glow. And I didn't set up here, and that's not transferring like that's. But here is super oily, like you can see the foundation on my hand and all around here. Yeah, it's all on my hand. So like I said, I'm going to test this again tomorrow. I'm going to do my face again with the Charlotte Tilbury. I'll probably wear it for a little bit longer than today because I will have to put it on extra early, and we will test it out. Like I said, I love how it applies. I'm just unsure of how it wears at the minute on my skin. Like I said, I've got combination skin, oily T-zone, dry cheeks. So I'm going to put it through its paces and try again tomorrow. If it doesn't work tomorrow, I may give it one more try at the weekend just to see whether there is something I'm doing. I might try a different routine, maybe something else under my skin. Maybe I shouldn't put the iconic drops with my primer, but we will see. And then I'll give my final thoughts, but I'm hoping it works tomorrow. We will test it again. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so it's now the next day. I have worn this since 7:30 this morning. It is now 8:45, so I've worn it for over 12 hours. So I've worn it longer than I did yesterday. And I'm really sad to say the same thing has happened that happened yesterday, and I've only been sat at my desk today working since 8:30. So there really hasn't been much exertion. I haven't left the flat, so I'm really upset. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see what's happened. So the same thing's happened again. I've just become really oily, like my nose is insanely oily, just in my T-zone, which I'm really sad about because I haven't touched this up at all. I haven't put any more powder on. I've literally just powdered once this morning as I would with any of my foundations. It's exactly the same routine. That's why I would test it again today, because as I said yesterday, I didn't set it with my Laura Mercier powder, I just set it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush finishing powder. Like I've said before, I have oily to combination skin. T-zone can get very, very oily, which I think has happened here. So I'm really sad about this because I really like this foundation. I probably will still wear it, but I'll just have to powder more and really set my face down. Instead of having like a slightly dewy skin, I'm going to have to put quite a bit of powder on to set this down so that my oils don't come through throughout the day. I really thought I was going to love this foundation and be able to rant and rave about it, but I don't like the oiliness on my skin. So my final review for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation is it goes on super nice. Airbrush, as it says in the title, check. I just feel like if you have oily skin or your skin leans more towards oily than anything else, this foundation is just going to do what it's done to me and just get really oily in the T-zone and sort of really settle into the lines of your face. which I'm really sad about because loads of people have been loving this foundation, but it's not my favourite. I love the look of it, the coverage is amazing, the texture is really, really nice. It sits into the skin really nicely, really easy to blend. I need 2 pumps and that is it for my whole face, which is incredible considering how many pumps I go in with other foundations, but it just doesn't last throughout the day. It didn't last the 10 hours yesterday, it hasn't really lasted the 12 hours today, it's just gone really, really oily, and I just feel like if I touch my skin, it's all coming off on my hands and it just feels really horrible, and I just want to get it off now, which is why I'm doing this video now. So if you have oily skin, I would steer clear of this foundation. If you have more dry to normal skin, I feel like this would be a really, really nice foundation for you because it is quite hydrating. It has those hydrating properties, so it will really help your skin to not look dry or cakey. It is really, really nice. So yeah, that is my final review. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I really don't like making negative videos. I will still use this, I'll just find another way of doing it. It just doesn't go with the routine I have at the minute. I will let you know further down the line how I review this, whether it's going to be in one of my monthly favourites or whether I do like a hit and miss kind of video. Let me know if you want to see that by commenting below. But if you did enjoy today's video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do upload on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday at 7 PM. So if you don't want to miss that, then ring the notification bell and follow me on Instagram where I post when I'm uploading. But I hope you have a lovely day, evening, whatever time it is you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!